Hey, everybody, and welcome to our presentation. So our group was tasked to do a presentation on arts-based educational research. And seeing as arts-based research tends to be a little bit unconventional, and because we weren't sure how we were going to do this presentation, I thought I'd record a little video of our slideshow, narrate it a little bit, and and guide you through it, point out some of the highlights. I'm actually going to upload a copy of this slide presentation into this thread. And also, a lot of my group mates were saying that like we all had some amazing articles, but obviously all of them couldn't fit into this slideshow. So over the course of this week's discussion, you'll see some of them posting up some of their other arts-based educational research articles that that they did in this discussion post. So moving on, what is arts-based educational research? It's not traditional, but it's research the same issue from different perspectives to generate knowledge. You can use visual forms, maybe non-linguistic forms, and some of the studies that we included in this, in this presentation include some dissertations, written in graphic novel format, and some advanced research. But anyway, we'll get to that as the slides go on. So what is the goal of arts-based education research? So the main goal of arts-based education research is to provide insight into multiple views to enhance the perspective of human activity instead of a search for a definitive answer. I don't know if anybody had a chance to see one of my discussion posts. One of the things that I said was, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, how many more will 2 pictures be worth? And I think that I personally think that the relationship is geometric. It's not just linear. Moving on, so the formats of arts-based education research tasks or research, they're pretty unconventional. You'll see in a minute. There's a pretty broad scope, but still structured. So it's unstructured yet structured, and they're designed to fill a lot of gaps, in language. So there's narrative construction, educational connoisseurship, and educational criticism, non-linguistic. Like I said, I'm not just gonna, you can read deeper if you like. I just wanted to give you a kind of a guide through this presentation, and none of you want to watch a presentation that is half an hour long. But the first article that we chose, this was my choice of article, it was Coming Home, an autoethnographic exploration of a third culture kid transition by Justin Hopkins. I've linked the original article. Actually, I've uploaded a PDF in one of the other threads. But what was really fascinating about this article was, the structure of the poetry, and so there was the poetry, which was the presentation of the data, and then there was other like the literature review, and some of the other parts were written around the poetry. And if you, it's hard to describe, but if you take a look at the PDF, you will see what I mean. Here is an example of a graphic look at, or a graphic research presented in a graphic form. And this, one of the reasons we chose this one was that it really showed that, like there's this visual literacy, so there's a lot of things that are going on in this, in this picture. We've also posted a couple of other examples of graphic, of graphic novel based or research that's presented in graphic novels. It's interesting to note that here in the West, we tend to think of graphic novels or comic books as more something, like, for entertainment value, or for, something maybe for kids. But actually in Japan has a long history of presenting very deep and rich content in graphic novel form. So and anyway, some of that artwork is stunning. So here is a couple of different videos on dance-based research. I'm not going to play them in this presentation, but they are, if you click on them, they're hyperlinked in the PDF that is, attached to this thread. Fascinating use of dance as a research method. Not just studying the kinesthetics of dance, but dance as a form of expression, and dance as a form of research. And here is our reference list that you can browse at your leisure. And I'm looking forward to the discussions that are generated from this presentation, and we'll see everybody in the discussion posts. Okay, thanks for watching.